Greetings, church. Today is the 18th of February 2021. This is Kevin Duclairon. I am right now almost under the Morrison Bridge, which is right over there, waiting for the 6 to go to 24 hours. It has been a hectic week. I'll make this real quick for you. I think the last time I spoke to you was on Thursday or Friday morning last week when the snowstorm was just beginning. I didn't know that it was going to last the entire weekend. So I ended up having to take shelter at Arbor Lodge Severe Weather Shelter. My weekend, they provided food, they provided the shelter, they gave us clothes, blankets, sleeping bags, tents, all of the amenities except for showers. So I had to literally go into the bathroom and use a washcloth to clean up a couple of times. I was sexually assaulted every single night that I was there. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday morning. Monday night onto Tuesday morning, I was molested every single day, at least 3 or 4 times during the course of the night, every 2 hours or so. Gabriel was on the property in the background. John MacArthur was in the background. They also had representatives of Sandra and Gabriel. They had representatives of my mom. It was, and I every day they called me a faggot or they called me out. They pretty much, they cut me down real badly, you know, and I tried to go to the police department and I spoke to an officer, Fuller. I ended up, and basically what Fuller had to do was she didn't really take the report. She just basically incorporated with Willard's report. I made this as a sign. There was food in it. Arbor Lodge, what I wrote there was Portland's Arbor Lodge, severe winter, raping, wicked, sinful shelter. And you can see a picture of Satan on this, on there. That's the devil. Psalms 10 and Psalms 11. And then First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. I also had to, and you're not gonna like this, but I had to do this. What I did was I drew the picture of a woman giving oral sex because they wouldn't come out. I kept on telling them, why don't you bring Gabriel Franklin out to address the issue? Why don't you bring John MacArthur out to address what the problem is? They would not come out. They stayed in the background all weekend long. It was pouring, it was snowing, and I couldn't leave. So I drew this, and you don't have virgin eyes and virgin ears, but you can see it's the picture of a woman, that's Gabriel, where it says wicked here, giving a blowjob to a man. And what I wrote was the names here on the cock. I wrote Nerva, the victims, Nerva, Ernst, Michael, Tony, and Jean Marie. Those are the people, and these people have all died. Nerva's dead, Tony's dead, Jean is dead, and Michael, my father's dead, and this is where they've all gone. And now she's working on me, okay? And she's been giving it to me. And what my message to them right here was repent and be reconciled to God, repent and believe, repent and be saved. And then over here I wrote God's judgment, making reference to too much water, too much, that is flood water, which leads to drowning, too much, a hellfire, which leads to burning, that is the Sodom and Gomorrah, and then out of Genesis 6 through 9, Matthew 25, and then too much severe winter snow, which leads to freezing. All of this totaled up death, Romans 6:23, 3:23, basically stop sinning. So that was my message to the shelter. I gave the same spiel to the police department, Officer Fuller and another officer. She's got eyes like Christ, man. I couldn't believe it. She looked at me like that, and I was like, oh, I wasn't sure if it was Jesus that I was dealing with in that woman or if it was just another false Christ. But in any way, I walked away without a police report. She said that she would combine it together with Willard's report, the one that I had given to you when I stayed at the convention center when it started snowing. Seems like the bus is coming, so I'm going to put it into this thing here, and then I'm gonna get on the bus and also go to the 24 hours. Yesterday they gave me a tent. It was a 6-man tent. The tent was stolen and switched to a 4-man tent, which is a 7 by 9 rather than a 10 by 12. So last night I stayed in the 7 by 9 and it was really cramped, trying to stay in there and have my cot and my other stuff. Anyway, hold on a second here. I gotta get on this bus. How you doing? All right. Okay. I feel like I'm on an airplane. Anyway, so that's the report for from last Thursday to this Thursday, and nothing has changed. And this morning, I said I didn't like it, so I'm going to see if I can go to Reach and see if I can get an apartment, maybe a job, and get on, because this isn't working. I'm trying, but the doors are closed and things are not being accomplished. When I had pitched the tent the first time on Tuesday night, they came in and they repeated everything, the same raping and piercing, and I went back to Genesis and reminded them of the gospel. This was on Southwest, because the shelter terminated on Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. and I couldn't do anything but pitch the tent because of all the snow on Southwest Alder and Southeast Alder and Southeast Grand. And when I got there, I couldn't really do anything but to remove the snow, put up the tent, and stay there all day long. When it came nighttime, they came back out again, and all I could do during the course of the night was preach the gospel to them. I basically reminded them, I preached from Romans 1:17, which is the just shall live by faith. I explained to them that Adam was just before he took the fall, and it was Satan who led a woman to bring him down. Let's see, Adam was a just man, Job was a just man, and it was Satan who brought him down, and of course using his wife to cut him down. Who else? David was a just man, and it was Bathsheba who brought him down prior to him coming down because of lust. Who else was a just man? Let's see, Adam, David, Job. There was one other, Solomon. Solomon was a just man, a man after God's own heart, but his wives brought him down. Satan being behind all of these downfall of these just men, right? The just shall live by faith, living their lives, that is, living in blameless life, upright life, by faith in God rather than faith in someone else. This morning when I woke up, I had to remind these people that I felt like I was, I feel like I'm dealing with people who want me to look at them as if they're gods rather than, they're playing gods in my life. So the just shall live by faith, but not faith in God, the creator, but faith in these people that have total control. The Guy Franklins, Gabriels, John MacArthur's, Jonathan Sables, the people that are in the background that are doing this, that are sending these women in to have sex with my body. So, it's like the just shall live by faith, but faith in God. And then this morning when I preached again against them at down here near the park, we've already crossed the river, so we're over here on the other side of the Third World Trade Center here. I had pitched it at Southwest Taylor and NATO, and so this morning I went and preached against them again, and basically tying up Romans 1:17 with the Ten Commandments, where it says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." So this is just a synopsis of the things that I've said. So the just shall live by faith in God, Romans 1:17, which was on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday night, it's when I woke up this morning, it was continuing my thoughts on the just shall live by faith in God, but not the God of Israel, but the God these Americans playing God. They take control of your life, and they basically want to tell you what to do, when to do, who to do, and how to do. And if you don't do it, then you're a dead dog because you didn't do what you were told. You're not living what they want you to live. You're not doing what they want you to do. They have to have complete control of everything in order for them to feel like, So anyway, I just came back from the storage, and look at this right here. Look at this. Look at what the storm just did. That's what the storm did right there. It snapped it snapped the tree that was right there in front of the stage. Remember, last year there was a couple there, and now this is what it's done. A lot of those, you know, by the storage, not by the storage, but by the how do you say, by the weather shelter, which was on North Denver, 7440 North Denver and Lombards, the old Rite Aid. By there, in that entire neighborhood, there was nothing but trees broken and fallen. Anyway, that's my update, my synopsis. There's not a whole lot to say, except for you guys have a good week, and I'll let you know what doors open and what doors closes. Okay, God bless.